Well, today on the Brett Allen Show, I'm excited. We have Rylee Alazraqui. We have spoken to her dad in the past about Reno 911 and all the fun things he gets to be a part of. But now we get to talk to Rylee, who is equally as talented and entertaining as we talk about, Star Trek and all the fun things and just how cool it is you get to play this character and have played them for so long. Thanks for hanging out today. It's great to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's very cool when kids of other actors who are in the industry dig right in and just get as equally involved. It's really fun. This show, Star Trek Prodigy, is such a fun and entertaining show. How excited are you to be a part of it and have more episodes for fans to enjoy? It's just so cool and so entertaining.
Yeah, I'm excited for everyone to see what we did. Um, as a whole, we are so happy that everyone's enjoying it and it's getting some great reviews. And it's just so nice to see people really liking it and kind of discovering new things in season two. So yeah, I'm very excited for people to see the new episodes and see where it goes.
Yes. Now, how fun is it? What do friends and family think? Well, obviously, your parents, they know who you are. They know you and it's a family business, so to speak. But other people who are in your inner circle, what do they think about this when you get to do it and just be a part of such a fun project and just the Star Trek world as a whole? It's a really big deal, I think.
Yeah, I tell my friends about it and they obviously think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm so lucky that I'm able to do it and I'm able to be a part of this. I remember when Star Trek first came out, I had like a little get together at my house with a few friends and family friends to come watch it. And it's really cool knowing that I achieved this and they get to see me on a show.
Yeah, now you've played this character for a while, 40 some episodes, I think. I'm interested to know how have they grown or changed from now to say when you first started playing the character. I know oftentimes when you are doing scratch work or voice work for a character, you just kind of get a thumbnail sketch of like who they are. But now you've played them for a while and they've sort of have become your inner person, I think, or alternate personality.
Yeah, when I first started recording, I was about 8, 9, and I just knew she was new. She was still discovering things, she was getting to know her crewmates and everybody. And she was a little bit like unsure of herself, she had a rough past. She was still figuring out all these new things and, still unsure of all this stuff. But I feel like in season two, she's way more developed and she's more confident in herself and, you know, really listens to her heart and just cares a lot about, her crewmates and science and all that stuff.
Now you get to work with some other amazing, talented voice actors. Do you or did you know who a lot of these people were, just given the fact of your dad and him being a voice actor and in the industry for so long? Or, I mean, you're obviously equally talented on your own, but I'm just wondering, like, when you get a chance to do something like this, what was it like meeting some of these other voice actors?
It was really cool meeting them. We have never recorded together,
Right.
the cast. So my first time meeting a lot of them was at the New York Comic Con when we did
Okay.
the little premiere thing. I met so many people and it was so nice to finally like see their faces and see who I'm actually working with. It's really cool to meet all of like the people knowing that they also have such a big role in the show and
Yeah, that's very cool. Well, yeah, I mean, so far this has just been such a fun show to watch. Now, as I mentioned, we've spoken to your dad before. I'm curious to know, was becoming a voice actor a natural progression for you, having grown up around it and that sort of thing, or was it something that you came to later on in life and decided you wanted to explore?
so I kind of got placed into the business when I was
Yeah, just like,
because my dad did it. So I went out for little like commercials for diapers when I was little, and then I did all that stuff. And then I'm pretty sure when I was like around, I can't tell you the exact age, but when I was young, I was 6. My mom just told me I was 6. I started doing more voiceover, and my first role was in Doc McStuffins, which was pretty cool. And that's where it kind of all started. It kind of came naturally for me, and my dad helped me a lot. But yeah, I was kind of just like placed in the business, and I kind of just picked up with it.
Yeah, well, you do. And Doc McStuffins, of course, was on constant replay in our house for a long time when I had little ones. It's so cool. Again, as I said at the start of this conversation, I always think it's awesome when it's a family business because you get to do so many interesting things as a kid, as a teenager, or adult, maybe even that you wouldn't normally get to do like in any sort of normal life. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's really fun. I imagine it's cool for your parents too to see their child like take on the family business, right? And
Yeah.
go, I mean, you could obviously probably do whatever you wanted, but I think you've chosen a pretty sweet profession as a voice actor for sure.
Yeah. I like on-camera acting and voice acting. Just like that whole genre is definitely very fun and an incredible opportunity.
What's it like to see your dad on Reno 911? Because that's such a wild and crazy show. And they've done so many other things since the show began, like last year or two. They did the Christmas episode. Would you ever be interested in doing that if given the opportunity? Or it's kind of like your dad's thing and you're like, that's cool, but I enjoy doing other stuff too.
Yeah, no, I think it's so cool how he's on a show like that. I remember one time I was skiing and I was sitting next to these strangers when I was little, and I was just like randomly, I was like, my dad is on Reno 911. I don't know why. And they were like, oh wait, really? What character does he play? And I was like, I don't know, the one with gray hair. Like I didn't know. But I think it's really cool that he gets to work on it. He gets to meet so much new people, and it's definitely something I would be interested in. Definitely like a on-camera acting show. Um, I think it's so cool actually getting to like work with people, in real life, getting yourself in the character. And voice acting is so much fun too. But I definitely think that on-camera acting kind of like on a show like that would be very fun.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you would do amazing. So when you're not working on a project or a character, what other creative outlets do you have, Rylee, that you find yourself keeping busy with?
Just hanging out with my friends. I play volleyball, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, I just like to like enjoy my summer, hang out with people, go wherever I can with them. I like to hang out with my sister. I like to go out with my family sometimes to get food or something like that, but mainly just that, kind of like what someone else would do.
Yeah, so when you're not working on a character, do you often find yourself working or creating your own types of characters to maybe do somewhere else, whether it's on social media or for another show, or do you just kind of work on one thing at a time?
Kind of work on one thing at a time. It was sometimes, well, like recently I would go into the studio to do some pickups for Star Trek. So it was nice to like go back in again and kind of get to do it again because we already finished season 2, but they would like call me back to do some things that they didn't like the first time or. So it was nice to get back in the studio. But I feel like I play that character and I practice it and I do it and then I kind of just like move on from now. And then when I get another audition, I'll get into the character again.
So where would you like to see Holo Rock go from where she is now to later down the road, given the opportunity to continue to play the character?
I love playing her. I think she's amazing. I think she has grown so much on the show. And you have really seen the side of Rock that I feel like people wouldn't expect in the first season. I think it's really great that I kind of got to play her while she was growing up because I was growing up too,
Mm.
8 to 13. So I kind of grew up with the character and I think it's really nice. And I hope that, hopefully there's as many seasons as there can be. And we just get to see Rok-Tahk grow and learn new things and, discover her inner self.
I love it. And it's great too, because you do kind of get to continually grow up with the character, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
whenever you get to do this. So one last question or two. Again, you know, what advice would you give to somebody who might, let's say you're at a con and they come up to you and they're interested in voice acting, acting. What advice would you have for them? Maybe something that was given to you by somebody outside of your inner circle that has kept you going and pointed you in the right direction, so to speak, as an actor.
Yeah, some of my friends who know that I do acting have actually like asked me about how to, get into the business and start, slowly. And honestly, I say, watch shows with so you can learn different accents. Um, talk to talk around you, see who might do it, see if they can give you any tips. Honestly, for me, I would say start off slow, find an agent. It doesn't have to be a big one, just sign with an agency. Try your best. Really, I don't really know. I feel like watching shows definitely help, learning accents, talking to other people, and just seeing what you're capable of and having agents help you and all that stuff.
Awesome. Well, Riley, you're fantastic. Again, this show is so fun. We enjoy watching it here at our house. And it's great to have now had the honor to speak to you. And you have a great family, you have a great support system. And it's cool to have people who are in the business, so to speak, in your life, because it probably helps navigate a lot of or most of the headache that you might experience if you were
Yes.
just kind of kidding, and having that experience and to say, hey, these are things you need to look out for, but still getting to earn your own right on your own. You know what I mean? Which I think is really awesome
Yeah.
and is lend itself to a lot of your success for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I always say like if I'm tired of doing auditions or if I'm like, oh, I don't want to learn all these lines, I definitely can relate to my dad and he can help me out and says, I know, I know, I know. So it's really nice having, my dad in the family. My sister does some acting too.
Hmm.
And my mom filmed people. Like we're all kind of in the business, so
You
it's
are.
yeah, it's really nice to be able to connect to people and knowing I'm not really alone with it.
Yeah, I mean, your mom can help you set up for interviews, give you good lighting,
Yes.
framing,
Yes.
and your dad, of course, with all the other things. Well, Riley, you're awesome. Thanks to your team for putting this together, and I appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your summer before you have to go back to work.
Yeah, you too. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you so much, Riley. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.